Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my Thursday live for the mindset show. Right, just pop a little hey on who's coming in live. Say hey, and say hi there. Today we've got a great one. This is for you if you are feeling a bit stuck and in that kind of crash state. Where you feel like you can't get out of it. So hi Terry, lovely to see you, great to see you here. So we're going to get straight onto it today. This is for you today if you are feeling that you're stuck and you can't meet those challenges, and especially at the moment again, we've kind of gone through the normal, and now, hey, great to see you. And then we're kind of going back up and down this period of uncertainty and what have you. And maybe not feeling your best self right now. And that's limiting you right now. So we're just going to dive into it today. But first of all, I know that I've had a really busy week. So it was my birthday yesterday. Had a great day yesterday, and then this week I've been running my Create Your Superstellar Mindset training, and it's going absolutely brilliantly. The women that are in this group are absolutely phenomenal. They really are. They are really committed to making the changes in their life. They are removing their beliefs that they've got and the obstacles that are stopping them getting what they want. And they're blasting away these money and success blocks along the way, just so that they can propel themselves forward. Yeah, Terry, are you enjoying it? So this has been a fabulous program, and again, it makes me realise, why I do what I do. I'm an infinite potential coach, and I'm an NLP trainer. So I actually help women in business get rid of their fears and those blocks, and boost their confidence and their self-belief. And watching the transformations just through this week has been amazing, just in the 4 days that we've been watching it. So they have made an amazing transformation. So I've had an amazing week with them. So I'm hoping that you've kind of jumped on live today, because maybe you are feeling a little bit like you are in this. Hey Rowena, lovely to see you. Oh, great, Terry. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. It's such a great bunch of ladies, isn't it? I'm really watching such fabulous transformations for them. So today's session is all about, maybe the crash state, the stuck state. So this stuck state is when, we're kind of meeting those challenges, those significant challenges, and we're confronting that unfamiliar territory, and we're maybe feeling a bit vulnerable as well. And it's the opposite of being in the zone. So when you're in the zone, don't you? You know when things are all working to plan and you are in the zone. Hi Sally. So when you're kind of in the zone, things are going well. The opposite of this is this kind of crash state, the stuck state. Oh yeah, they are really amazing, aren't they? They're such a supportive group that we've got in there. So when you have this kind of the opposite of being in the zone, this is when the anxiety levels rise, the lack of confidence comes in, we've got that low energy, the stress. We kind of have that mental paralysis that we kind of don't know the way out. And hi Claire, and I don't know about you, but at the moment it kind of feels as if we're all a little bit in and out. Hey Marika. So just let me know in the comments if those are any feelings that you've been having lately at all. And then we'll give you some tips to actually get yourself out of it. So these feelings of like you just don't know the way out of it. You're stuck and you just don't know where to turn, because when you're kind of in something, you can't really see outside of it either. You can't see the way out, and it becomes even more as if you're not going to be able to do anything to get out of it. So let me know in the comments if these kind of stuck states, this crash state, is something that you've been feeling. Because what it does, it stops us being resourceful, it stops us being in control of our own life, it makes us disempowered. You know, we're not in control of things ourselves, and actually you feel like you're not being yourself, you're not being you, and it limits us doing that. So let me know if that is something that you've kind of you've felt. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples here of what happens then when we kind of go too far the other way. So if we go too far into crash state, this is when literally we become contracted. We become contracted and we're then closed off to any possibilities. It's kind of our protective mode, but it can be quite destructive. Hey Gina. You know, and that's when, you know, almost your posture becomes closed as well. You know, you may start hunching your shoulders and dipping your head, you know, and when you're actually further in it, you then become, you know, you react to situations, and this is where you start snapping at things, you know, and you're not reflecting on information, you are just responding. It's like that a knee-jerk one. Terry, so you've had a bit of a dip today. Yeah, it's hit me that you're not allowed to do your work at the moment. Yeah, and I think that's what's, you know, whilst we're having good news coming up about these lockdown measures being lifted, I think we're all still very up and down because we're not completely in control of everything. And it also means we're not in control of ourselves either. And that's where we contract even more. And I think the more and more we contract, the more then this protective kind of field comes in, if you like, and that's when we start distrusting things, we start distrusting ourselves, and you know, and we're literally just doing that knee-jerk reaction there. And I don't know about you, but when you're kind of in this state, I know for me, this is when you start overthinking. You know, you start, you know, every little decision and action that you have to take, you're overanalyzing it, and to a point there, you actually then become really despondent and almost detached and isolated, and see yourself as being different to what you've been. So that is, you know, like the crash, when you've gone into crash state. So it's worth being aware of this crash state. You'll see there that it's contracted, reactive, the action paralysis, separated, and then we've got the hurt at the end, and that's when we're retaliating. So that is crash state. And I just want you to think at the moment, are any of those things that I've said, are any of those where you are right now? Yes, you do give yourself a headache, kind of overanalyzing everything, don't we, when we're doing this? And many times with the ladies that, you know, the big limitations that I see women have, you know, is when it starts that downward slide going, you know, and we've almost got to pull it back. We've got to become aware of it so that we can start pulling it back. I find, you know, this is where people start using the language even more with themselves. They start saying things like, you know, I'm stuck. I'm not good enough. I can't do that. You know, and then all of the other things, everything is emphasized then. So, you know, money worries, you know, that you're not getting the success that you want, you know, your business is not going as well. That all of those start, you know, just being emphasized. Hey, Debbie, great to see you here. And it's so easy to be dragged down by your thoughts when it's like this. It's so easy to then keep saying to yourself that you're not good enough. And the more and more you say that, the more and more you'll be looking for evidence to prove that as well to yourself. So let me know if that's something that you are, you know, you feel right now, because this can really start affecting your self-confidence. You know, where you kind of, you want to go for something, you want to go out for something in your business, or you want to go for a promotion, or you want to just change direction with something, and you know, and you're just not doing the things that you actually want to do. And I think at the moment, with everything going on, that's something that we're all feeling. So just let me know, is anybody been in these situations where it's actually got to the point where you are really starting to notice you going into them, and then you feel like you've got a bit of a brick wall coming up, and you've got no idea of what to do? Because actually, if you want to kind of, start moving forward and getting yourself out of that state, you've got to keep on top of your game. You've got to be to be the best version of you, you've got to work on your own mindset. It's all right doing all of these other things out there at the moment, but if we don't work on our own mindset, we stay in crash state. It's something that, again, particularly right now, we've got to work on even more. Do things that are going to actually bring you out of this. Because it's very easy to wallow, isn't it? It's very easy to wallow right now in kind of our own self-pity. But when we start working on our own mindset, it has a ripple effect. A ripple effect that then changes everything. So not only changes, kind of how you're feeling, it then changes the actions and the results that you get. So it's a ripple, it's a spiral, it really can go either up or it can go down, depending on what we do. So we can either be in control of our lives and we make, ourselves the best that we can be by working on ourselves, or we can keep going down, and not paying attention to it. So my first sort of thing today is to pay attention to your feelings. What's going on for you? What's going on? We get what we focus on. I say this all the time, but there is a saying that energy flows where your focus goes. So it does feel like a brick wall, Terry, even though I know it will change one day, but it's the uncertainty of when that will be. Okay, again, just watch, I can give you some tips on that, Terry, actually, in the group. But, we've got to watch our own language a little bit, and, this uncertainty bit, it causes us a problem, doesn't it? So I can give you some help with that separately in the other group as well. Uncertainty is a big one for you. It is. And we've got to create ourselves. So some of the things that I work on is creating a certainty anchor. Because again, if we keep on repeating the same things to ourselves, that's exactly what we're going to get. So we've got to fill ourselves with, I know it sounds a bit loose right now, but we've got to fill with positivity and the certainty vibes. So I'll give those tips. Because, the language that we use with ourselves as well is really, really important, because, it changes the state that we're actually in. So if we're constantly sort of saying, I am uncertain and I don't know which way to go and I'm not good enough, then we keep going into that spiral behaviour. So we've just got to watch, just watch your own self-talk. If you catch yourself saying, oh, this is really hard, I can't see the way out, that's what you focus on and that's what you get back. You get more hard stuff coming back. And we want this to be easy, don't we? We want stuff to be easy for us. We don't want to be in this situation where we're in this mindset that we can't see the way out right now. So just ask yourself right now, are you constantly berating yourself? Just have a listen to the language that you're using. Are you using negative language with yourself? Because you wouldn't talk to other people like you talk to yourself a lot of the time. You really wouldn't. So pick up, what is it you're saying to yourself and what are you repeating? Yeah, I will. Yes, no worries. So what are you repeating on an ongoing basis? What are the patterns in your language that you're saying? See if you can catch yourself saying the same things, because then when you're in that, you can start looking to change it, because the conversations that you have with yourself, they're a direct reflection of your mindset. Direct reflection. So it's that little Yeah, you want it to be easy and natural. So we need to start saying, this is easy and natural. It comes to me effortlessly. I am really, yes, our live is still at, yeah, our live's at 2 o'clock, Irina. Yes, it is. This is just my normal live that I do every week. It's not the one in the group. So yeah, I'll be there live at 2 o'clock over in the group. We've got a great one today because we've got money mindset. So you're going to love the money mindset, and we've got about transforming some positive habits for us. So today we're just talking about getting out of that crash state, getting out of being stuck. So you want to start, really start telling yourself that the language that you want to happen. What do you want to happen there? So do you want it to be easy, or do you want it to be hard? Keep on saying that. Because if you are saying you're not good enough, then your thoughts will create your reality, and your mindset will then back that up for you. So just keep on saying, and then you've got to take the actions. You've got to take the right actions there. And this actually opens us up to possibilities there all the time when we do this. Hey Maria, nice to see you. So just ask yourself now, what negative thought do you feel that you use the most? What do you think is also the one that is damaging to your life and your business right now? What's the one that is coming up? What's the one thing that you're saying all the time? Just pop it in the comments there. Money mindset, yay, it's going to be great. We've got a great session ahead this afternoon. I'm so excited. So just think, what is the one thought right now that is you're hearing yourself saying all of the time? Just let me know, because the more you keep recognizing those negative thoughts, the more you can make a conscious decision to actually whether you believe it or not. And then you then start, the evidence of the opposite of your negative thoughts starts coming into fruition for you. You suddenly start thinking that things are easy. We have all got that ability to kind of respond rather than react to all of, whatever is thrown at us. You've got the power to change things. Now, you may have noticed how people can actually blame people or other things for what happens to them. So he makes me angry, or it's because I haven't got qualifications, or whatever. It's the reasons why you can't get out of this stuck state right now. And when you're like this, again, this is just accepting that your emotions are just happening to you, and that other people cause it. So we need to act now. We have got to take full responsibility. So yours is, you're just not good enough to be successful. So, okay, Debbie, that's fine. Right, I want you to now, how will it feel if I say this to you now, that you are good enough, and you are good enough to be successful? And I want you to say now, I am good enough to be successful. And just notice what that does to your mind, just by flipping that switch, that you're good enough to be successful. Just think about that now. Because when you realise just how powerful your own mind is, you then realise that it's your own thoughts and your own words that govern the results that you get. And this then puts you in the driver's seat. Nobody else. You don't need to blame anybody else. You then realise that you're the one in the driver's seat of your own life. And you can create your life however you want it, because everything suddenly starts changing then. It really, really does. So I want you to also now think about, just keep reminding yourself of your little wins, no matter how small they are. I mean, Debbie, you've done fantastically well in the training this week. So make a note of all, I've seen what has happened. So just make a note of all of your successes that you've had already this week. These are your small wins. And then you will start being convinced that you really are good enough. You really are good enough. So I want you to now just think about, what one small step forward can you take? Just one small step forward these small steps that you can take. Celebrate these little wins. You know, keep saying this positive language. So, we've got some more coming up here. So Terry, mostly is the, how am I going to get through this? Okay, so how could you reframe that? How could you change that around to say, you know, that you are going to get through this? And keep, you know, say that to yourself, that you are getting through this and you're going to be ultra successful. And actually this is the breakthrough for you. This is leading to your breakthrough for you. So flip that one around. Terry, you feel unworthy. These are what we go back to with our limiting beliefs. You know, it's the work that we did the other day. Our limiting beliefs really do hold us back, and unworthiness is the one that stops everything. And actually, when we do go into crash state, it is usually that we're not feeling worthy of ourselves. So we need to go back to our limiting beliefs. Will I be able to get the clients that you want? Well, Marika, what if you do? Just put that one to yourself. What if you do get the clients? You know, think how fantastic that is. So, you know, you will get them. I know you'll get them, again, because of the work that you've done. Margaret, you've never succeeded with anything and your siblings are cleverer than me. Okay, I want you to celebrate what you've done, actually. What are the things that you've actually done, Margaret? Because again there, you know, this is down to your belief is that they are cleverer you know, than you, which means something else. So you've kind of linked the two together. You've linked clever of your siblings with your ability to succeed. You know, let me just ask you, do you actually need you know, does it make any difference actually that they are clever, you know, even if they are cleverer than you, which I don't believe they are, but even if they are, does that impact on you being successful? You know, it will if you believe that. If you believe that cleverness and the cleverness of your siblings is linked to your success, then you will always believe that, and that's exactly the reality that you can create for yourself. So you need to actually say, you will succeed, and you are clever enough, and you know, to get everything you want. You've got so many skills that you can use. Debbie, yeah, it does. It is quite emotional. No worries, Marika. So, Irina, yours is you'll never earn as much money in your business as in your corporate job that pays well. So that's why you don't quit your job. Now, I'll be honest. You know, that was a big one of mine. You know, I was in a corporate role, and you know, it was a big decision for me to give up a big corporate. I was a HR director, to give that up to pursue my dreams. The thing is, you know, you can hold on. If you hold on to the belief that you won't earn as much as you will in your corporate role, all it's doing is keeping you safe. It's your mind's way of trying to keep you safe. You really can do this because, but you've got to step out. You know, look at the fear stuff that we've done. You've got to actually step out of your comfort zone. Now, I would say, you know, see if you can do some of what you're doing, and I think you are anyway, Irina, but, you know, start doing some of what you want to be doing in the future now, so it's working on site, so you build that up before you kind of make the big jump, unless you've got, you know, some financial security behind you. But, you know, there will never be enough time if you wait. There'll never. So you need to set yourself a deadline. You know, what's the deadline that you're going to do it? And stick to that, or don't stick to it, but kind of make the decision on which way you're going to go, so that you've got something to work for, and that gets the momentum going for you too. Terry, great, you are getting through this. You've come so far this week anyway, just from what you were doing at the start of the week. So I want you to think about there, you know, we've had a couple of those okay, brilliant, you're doing that on the side. So what you've got to, you know, we need to do some work on your beliefs about this, so that we can actually make this change for you, to do that, Irina. Okay, so I wanted you just to realise now, we've had quite a few of these sabotaging beliefs and behaviours actually coming up. So it's a good way of then saying, what is getting in my own way? What is it that's actually stopping me? And you know, Arena, you could ask yourself that as well. What is it that's actually stopping you to do it? Because ultimately your happiness and success is down to you. You can decide. You decide how you live your life, how you react, how you feel, what you say, what you do. Wherever you are right now, whatever you're doing in your life, you're creating that. You're creating that. So what can you do now to think about, you know, if you think about a time when you were really, oh, okay, you've been doing the it's brilliant. I mean, it's such a powerful visualization, that one is. It is my favourite, I'll be honest. So keep doing that, Margaret, because it does make you feel good. Visualization is really powerful because your mind doesn't know the difference between fact and fiction. So the more and more you do that, the more the mind gets programmed and treats that as reality. And it just brings that to you. It brings it to you. So I want you to now just think about, you know, what one thing can you actually change? You know, the first thing is to identify maybe where you are stuck and where you are in the crash state and be aware of your feelings. And then think about, you know, now what one thing can you actually do? Change your language with yourselves. You know, take one step forward. Celebrate those little wins, those small wins, just to start moving you forward. And just then, you know, just notice then how, like Margaret's saying there, just how much more powerful you feel when you're back in control of it. So I've actually, like I said, I've done this training this week, which has been absolutely phenomenal. And I will be launching my Mega Success Mindset Accelerator program to everybody. So at the moment, it's only for the people in this group. So, you know, they're kind of getting the early bird options, and you know, it's been absolutely phenomenal. But I will open it up next week, and this is supercharged mindset strategies to propel you forward. Totally, you know, for you to remove your blocks. You know, break through those limitations and make the changes that you want to make in your life. It's a 6-week rapid acceleration fast track program. It's coaching, mentoring, you know, and it's about me being with you every step of the way. So, you know, I work with you to uncover those blocks of what's actually stopping you achieving what you want. And, you know, I'm with you every step of the way. And, you know, you'll get super clear on what you need to do to move the needle forward. You'll get super clear on all of the actions that you need to be taking. So it's accelerated group coaching. There is a VIP option as well for one-to-one coaching and other extras with it as well. So drop me a note. You know, there will be some early bird pricing open for you guys as well. So drop me a note if you would like to jump on a hot seat call to see if this program is for you. I would love to have you on board to, you know, to really change your mindset for you. I've already seen how it's gone this week. So I can't wait to see these guys in the actual full program. And it's then open to you. And you know, the thing is, you're surrounded by kind of amazing like-minded women too, you know, that are going to all be transforming their success. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. I've got to go and have a quick drink before I jump on the live at 2 o'clock in the training, which I can't wait for today. Thank you, Debbie. Oh, Marika, I'm glad you've done the walk because, you know, that is brilliant. It's a really great one. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next week for our other, you know, our weekly mindset show. See you then. Bye for now.